Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to meal prep 2 chickens. So 2 LilyDale chickens, we're going to cook them in a crock pot, slowly cook them with carrot, garlic, a little bit of lemon zest and a bit of fresh thyme. Super simple, 2 chickens, take them out of the bag. These are still a tiny bit frozen, but it won't matter. All we're going to do is whip the drumstick, whip the legs off. Okay, that's it. Boom. You don't even have to be fussy. I hate that little tail. I always get rid of that. Cut that in half, straight through the bone, 2 pieces in. Other side. Cut around the oyster and done. 2 pieces in. Just cut the wings off. You don't have to worry about manhandling your chicken. It's already dead, you're not going to hurt it. Get in there, chop it up. You'll notice every time I've got the knife, I'm cutting away from myself. So I'm cutting down, I'll pick it up, and I'm cutting away that way, okay? Straight down, boom. Tear it apart. I take the little bits of gizzards out and little bits of liver bits, but we want to keep all the bones. You can trim some of the fat off, these bigger pieces, just hang them up. 2 breasts like that, straight down the middle, with the heel of your hand, just like that, and forwards like that. You don't have to be fussy, it's all going to fall off the bone anyway. Second chicken, split her open. Watch out you don't cut the little absorbent bag like I just did, I just nicked it. That's to soak up some of the extra blood in the chicken, otherwise as you open the bag, there'll be blood going everywhere. When you open up the, what we call the arse end, you can take off those big extra bits of fat there. That's it, whip them off. So the legs, straight down there. It tears away quite easily. Bend it back through the bone. Straight down through there. If you can get it first time, great. Other side. This doesn't need to be perfect because you'll see later. We're gonna just pick it up in pieces, pick it up in pieces and just portion it out later. So some of the bones are going to fall off, the really big bones, and that's okay. So I love cooking on the bone. It's where all the flavours, sorry not all the flavour, but you get a lot of flavour coming out from the bone. You're getting a lot of collagen coming out from the connective tissues. Obviously if you have a cat, you can give your cat that. I'm actually not going to use that bit, there's actually no meat on there. That's the little tail bit there. I used it in the first one, but hey. Chop that in half, the heel of your knife. Straight down through the breast. You can take that off the bone there like that. You know, you don't have to be fussy, whack it in. Cutting that off. I'm just going to take a little bit of that bone off. That's fine, just rip it open like that. All the extra chunks there. Chuck that in. Last week I did just drumsticks. They were like $3 a kilo on special. Now I've got about 12 serves, 14 serves actually. So I got my rubbish, some thyme. This thyme cost me $3.50 or whatever, and that's lasted about 3 or 4 batch cookings plus a bunch of meals. Pretty generous on the thyme there. We'll get rid of this board. Rinse of the hands. Quick chop, the luxury of 2 boards. You'll see yellow for poultry, green for veg. You don't need to be that fussy at home, but I've got it anyway. Even got a fresh knife. So garlic, I'm going to leave the garlic whole. I'm going to be quite generous, so I just rub the skin and throw whole pieces in. Just rub it, take the excess pieces off, and then just throw it in like that. If it comes out of the skin, bonus, chuck it in. Boom. Boom. And done. That'll soften up nicely. Once it's cooked, you'll find it later, and all you'll have to do is just like do a little squeeze and it'll pop out of the skin. Clean as we go. Look at that, nice and clean. So for the carrots, 1, 2, 3, 4, line them up. Chop the tail, top and tail to the side. Today I'm not just using carrots for flavour. I'm basically going to cook my carrots at the same time. Tomorrow I'll go to the shops or the markets and I'll get some new potatoes or baby potatoes, whatever, even sweet potatoes, and I'll batch cook a whole oven full of potatoes or boil a whole pot full of new potatoes. Peel the carrots. Once again, I'm not too fussy with that. If you don't peel the carrots, as they boil, they tend to impart a bit of a bitter flavour. I mean, unless your palate is refined, you probably wouldn't really taste it anyway, but I know most of the nutrients are under the carrots, but we just, under the skins, under the carrots. Okay, so quick peel of the carrots, boom, boom, like that. As you can see, this video is, I don't know, we're up to 7 minutes. Boned 2 chickens and almost a kilo of carrots, quickly, roughly peeled. We're not at a 3 Michelin star restaurant now, you don't have to be fussy. Just like that, and we're just going to line them up like that for efficiency and just cut it into big chunks. By the time this is cooked, these carrots are going to be soft as. They're quite fibrous, so they don't fall apart like potatoes, so you can chuck them in like this. They're going to get slow cooked anyway. Chuck them in, line them up, just go over there, 1, 2, 1, 4, that's it, in there. Carrots are in. Beautiful little zester's been around the world with me. Great little tool. I get to take the sticker off. So I use this lemons for zesting, use it for juicing, just for seasoning stuff. Great little tool here to zest. Whenever you're zesting, you want to just go 1, 2, 3. Every time you grate, you move. You only grate in the same spot once. And you know if you've done a good job. You look at the orange or the lemon, and the outside's still a bit yellow. It's got a faint tinge of yellow. You definitely don't want to do this. So you get right down to the white. The white is, once again, bitter. Not very good. So a little bit of lemon zest. I could put some red wine in there, but quite simply, I drank it all last night. Okay, so we're going to mix those around a bit. The carrots will float on top. I've already turned the slow cooker on. We're going to take it over here and we're going to top it up with this spring water. Just spring water. Filtered water, I meant to say. While that's filling up, we have bay leaves, peppercorns. Oh, let's go 20 or more. I actually love the peppercorns. When I'm straining this chicken later on, all the juice gets put back over the chicken and all those peppercorns get really soft and you can just chew into them and get a really nice burst of pepper flavour. That's done. Make sure you season your water. That'll do. You want to create an environment in the water where the water is a bit salty. If the water's a bit salty, you're going to have an osmotic reaction. So basically, if you can match the seasoning of the water with the salinity in the meat, it's going to create sort of a barrier. So it's, if there was no salt in the water, then it would how do I put it? All the flavour would come out of the chicken, but if the water's really salty, or the same as the chicken, then a lot of the flavour is going to be maintained inside the chicken. That's about the simplest scientific explanation I can give you for osmosis. I haven't talked about that for a while, to be honest. So that's it, basically easy, job done. Whack the lid on. It's already on low. Salt, pepper, carrots, bay leaves, thyme, 2 chickens. Let's say, I reckon 8 hours. Can't really overcook it. Overcook it, it's just going to fall off the bone. You're going to have a really succulent chicken, and the meat's just going to be sitting in the juices, and that'll just allow you to grab the big bones like that and pick them out. It's a little bit fussy with the bones, but the flavour is just second to none. If you're just going to put just chicken breasts in there, it's going to be dry, chewy, not very good. Anyway, check that out, have a go. Got any questions? Let's chat.